Hello, beautiful people. How are all of you doing today? On a scale from...
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Shut up, Arlecchino. 2... Don't shut up, Arlecchino. Hello. Chat. I have a request to make of you. I need you, without any questions, to type "t" in chat. Right now. I love "t." Great emote. Alright, thank you, chat. I appreciate it. Mods, you can ban the people that said no "t." Give them an hour. They deserve it. Alright. Okay, where do I spend my resin today? I need a suggestion. What day of the week? Wait, we're Sunday. Okay, I can do books then. I don't want to do books. Maybe. Probably. Perhaps. Husk of Opulent Dreams. Okay, I'm not taking suggestions anymore. You've lost your suggestion privileges, chat. What are your plans for today's stream? I don't know. I think, by the way, I'm gonna do Elden Ring every Friday. Which means we're not gonna be doing it today or in the next few days. But we will do Elden Ring every Friday. How does that sound? Gonna take a year to finish? Oh no. I'm gonna be playing Elden Ring for a full year? Darn it. I don't want that. I bet you don't want that either, chat. You have a special place in my heart. Hail the Prime. Rise. Kiwi. That doesn't make any sense. The French or the question? Obviously not. You know this. Just got here, you didn't enjoy Elden Ring? Yeah, I actually really hated it, which is why I'm saying I'm gonna play every week. You got me. You got me. My bad. What build are you going? Bro, I have...
Stabilize.
My weapon is a club right now. I'm a naked guy with a club. Okay? Let's calm down and maybe we'll talk about builds a bit later. Agreed? Alright. I'm not actually naked. I have underwear. No, I don't like this emote.
Add Astra. Thank you for completing. Add Astra.
Minus 15k. Predictions for Pyro Traveler. I don't know and I don't want to know. I am going to go into Pyro Traveler completely blind. I'm gonna try to at least. I don't want to look at their kit before they're out. Okay. Have I done this? Have I done this? Is this the right one? It is, right? Yeah, it's order, right? Or is it equity? It's order, I think. It's order. It has to be order. Yeah, it is. Okay. OkaygeBusiness. How much ER did your GM have in the TOA bit? I'm not sure. He had way more than he needed, though. But it doesn't matter how much he had. It matters how much he should have. Let's go. Maybe with the 2 months. That's still 40 cents more than me. I need to save money to eat. That's... You should be ashamed of yourself. Really? Spending money on food instead of on your favorite streamer? SMH my head. Kidding. Plustel, he needs about 108 with the triple forte or triple E mortify rotation. But obviously running more is always nicer because it means if some of your attacks don't hit, you still have enough. Congrats. Very pog. 108 on GN. It's something like that. I think I have it somewhere, but I don't want to go find it. Obviously, that depends on what third unit you're using, right? This is assuming Verena, which generates a decent amount of energy. Yeah. Subs are $1.32 over here. God. That's crazy.
Solidify.
But yeah, Chad, if you ever wonder why I have to run ads, yeah. A loaf of bread here is like $5. My rent is $1,000 and $1,200.
One with nature.
Sorry, 1,200. Sorry, my brain went. My bad. And this is good rent here. So like, let's just say that with $1.32 subs, that only give me like half of it. Yeah, that's why I need the ads. That is why I need the ads. Huh. Okay. I'll take it.
Solidify. Wind strider.
Everybody stand.
Is Wi-Fi provided? No. Good one, buddy. Frick you for making me yawn. I got you. What about electricity? No, of course not. Oh, there's pretty much nothing included. Minus per month, yeah. No, it's not Jesus. If it was 1,200 a week, I would actually just die. That would be a bit too rough. What the?
Today, we're going to be polling for Chlorend.
Oh, wait, is it a 50-50?
Dishing out punishments.
What are you?
Also, a special performance is happening with Will Stetson. Oh, and definitely nothing inappropriate, right? Oh. Of course not. Welcome back to my show, Side Quest. His show, Side.
I don't know if I want to watch that right now. I got clickbaited. I thought one of them got salmonella. Not subbed. I'm subbed now. Bro, I don't watch Genshin content, okay? Like, listen. You think I'm a fucking loser who watches gacha game videos in my free time? Who would do that, man? No, but like, dude, I get enough Genshin on stream. I don't need more after that. What I need more of is like RuneScape and I don't know. League of Legends, true. Slay the Spire, true. Actually, I'll be right back. I'm gonna make some coffee. I'm back. Hello! Okay, chat. Will you do an Ask Zajef Farina? Maybe I could. Maybe I could. I haven't watched it, Lud, but I have seen it. Yeah, fuck it. Let me go make a community post, then.
Yeah.
Hello, beautiful people. With Farina's rerun being announced, I've decided to record another Ask Zajef, or to record the first Ask Zajef Farina. Come ask your questions on stream, and you might make it into the video. Link in replies. Alright, chat. Oh wait, I should pin it as well. I forgot to pin. Me when I forget to pin. Alright. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome! Hi. To Ask Zajef Farina. Actually, wait, no. No. I should have Farina in the party when I do my intro.
I have a.
Alright, let's do it again. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome. Hi, to Ask Zajef Farina edition. Now, it has been a while since the last time we did a character-specific Ask Zajef. I haven't had too much motivation lately, and there haven't been a lot of character reruns lately that I've really felt warranted another Ask Zajef. Either there had already been one, and they just hadn't changed much since the last one, or there just wasn't that much to say. But with Farina, I think there is a lot to say, and we haven't done an Ask Zajef on her before, and so let's get right into it. So as usual, I'm gonna start with a short little. I'm gonna start with an overview of what I perceive her place in the meta to be, and then we'll get into questions from chat. If you wanna catch any of the questions, or sorry, if you wanna catch me while I'm recording one of these and ask me one of your questions yourself, make sure you go follow on Twitch at twitch.tv/Zajef77. And yeah, let's get right into it. So, what is Farina's place in the meta? Honestly, I think she's a character that is both. Okay, I think Farina is a character that is somewhat overrated. Now, before you go into the comments angry and start typing some mean words to me, okay? Let me explain what I mean by that. Okay, when I say that a unit is overrated, I'm not saying that the unit is bad. What I'm saying is that I perceive the unit's strength to be lower, or their value to be lower than what the overall community perceives her to be. And I think a lot of people perceive Farina to be the best unit in the game. And to be miles above the alternatives. And I understand why, right? The units that synergize well with her, the units that already fulfill the conditions that her teams need, or that she needs. Sorry, the units that are already played in teams where you fulfill the conditions where or for her to be good, are going to see an improvement from her presence, right? But that's not all units. That's not all teams. And I think that the reason why she's perceived to be so much stronger than the alternatives is because she was released afterwards, right? When Farina's a downgrade to a team, people aren't like, oh my god, this other unit that's better than her in this slot is so much better than her, because they were already there. Farina's release didn't change anything, right? Whereas in the teams that did get an improvement from her, it did change something. The reason why I think it's important to mention when I think a unit is overrated is because a lot of people want to go for the best units, right? They want to go for the units that they consider to be the strongest. They want to go for something that's going to make their account as strong as possible, right? And a lot of people also don't give a shit about strength whatsoever and are just going to go for the units that they like the most, character, design, wise, whatever. But neither of those two groups is a majority of the player base. The majority of the player base is somewhere in the middle. And the perception that Farina is by far and away the best unit in the game, if you don't like her that much, but you do still kind of care about strength, might make you feel like you have to go for her, even if you don't like her. And I don't want anyone to come away from this video with that perception. Does her being somewhat overrated, in my opinion, mean that she is bad? No, not at all. She is a strong unit that can do a lot for your account. Alright, so now that I've gotten that part out of the way, let's talk about why she's strong, what makes her strong, and where you can get the most value out of her, right? So, obviously, Farina is a unit that wants to be played in teams that have healers. If you don't have a healer, you're not going to get a lot of fanfare. That doesn't necessarily need to be a team-wide healer, but team-wide healers will generate more fanfare. If you don't generate any fanfare, and you don't have a healer at all, she becomes a pretty bad unit. She effectively makes it so that you're guaranteed to go to half health. Then her own damage plummets because she needs to be consuming HP from other characters in order to get her damage bonus on her elemental skill. And she doesn't provide any buffs whatsoever once you're already at 50% if you don't have a way to heal, right? So without a good way to at least heal your team back up, Farina is just not a very good unit. She's not completely worthless. You can still use her as a source of hydro application that isn't reliant on normal attacks. But her hydro application isn't that great. And her damage isn't that outstanding in situations like that either. And I don't think it's really something you really... Or I don't think it's really something that's that much... Or that's that relevant, right? Using her like this, you're generally better off using someone else. But there are a lot of teams that can slot in healers, or that already have healing without needing to slot in a healer, like Nebile. Mainly, Bennett is broken. Xianyun can work quite well. What are the other healers that you run? Maybe Jean to some extent? Kind of Baiju, but eh. Dory? I'm gonna mention Dory separately. Charlotte's not great, though. But yeah, so you have these 4 healers that do something more than just healing in the team that is actually quite worthwhile. And then you also have healers that maybe don't do quite as much in the team, but that you can still use with her, right? Like Charlotte, like Mika, like... Yeah. Which means that pretty much any carry that's played in a team that could reasonably slot in one of these healers is going to have at least one viable Farina team. And most of the units that use one of the other healers will also have at least one viable Farina team. And very often, if you're not reliant on a different Hydro unit for elemental application, Farina teams will be the team that is optimal, or one of the optimal teams, for most of the characters that are run with these healers. On top of that, Farina also enables some carry healers to be a lot more reasonable, right? Noelle, without Farina, not that great. But with Farina, you get to have your carry be the one that heals and not have to run another healer, which gives you one more slot for an off-field damage dealer. And while this may be surprising to some of you guys, Dory C6 also very, very similar. Dory C6 is quite good with Farina. So all in all, what you have is a unit that isn't really usable in every single team or with every single carry, but that is usable with quite a large portion of them, and that also just in a lot of those teams is one of the better options, if not the best option. And so overall, her place in the meta, she is a pretty strong character, and her pull value is pretty high as well. I think that if you're someone who's pulling mainly for meta, she's definitely worth considering. And while obviously you don't need to use her, if you don't actively dislike her, I do think that she's one of the characters that's worth picking up. So that's it for the overview of her place in the meta. Let's get right into the questions. So chat, as a reminder for these, if you have a question, make sure you @ me in the message so that I can recognize which messages are questions for me and which ones are not. And yeah. Is Fav truly her best in slot weapon? For context, I have Key, but usually prefer her on Fav because I struggle to get a burst up even at 180 ER. That's a good question. Farina's best weapon varies a lot depending on the situation. Personally, I often have her on Festering, not because I want to have her on Festering, but because I only have one Fav sword, and she actually functions on Festering pretty well, whereas there's a lot of other characters that are a lot more reliant on the Fav. If I had a second Fav sword, I would have her on Fav sword instead. Almost all the time. Fav sword is indeed, assuming you're playing her in a team where her ER requirements are high enough that you're not wasting the energy, generally gonna be her best 4-star option. And sometimes even competitive with some of the 5-star options. That being said, Farina's strongest teams are often teams that either swap a lot, so you can afford to battery her a little, or use Neuvillette, so you're generating a bunch of hydro particles. Or another hydro character, right? Or you're using 2 hydro characters, so you're generating more hydro particles and making her ER requirements less difficult to reach. And when you're playing her in one of those teams, if her ER requirements are at around 150, for example, well, Fav gives you 60 ER, and you get pseudo ER from this, which would make your ER requirements even lower, which would mean that you're wasting a lot of the substat from the Fav. And when that's the case, well, you can't, you know, oh, I have a bunch of ER from my weapon, I don't need to build as much ER in my substats, I get to build more damage stats. That's not the case anymore. And so, in situations like that, you're generally going to be better off running weapons like Festering, like you mentioned, Key. Key is a very strong option for her. I think a lot of people underestimate how good Key can be. Right? generally with Key, her HP value is gonna be at around at least 45k if you're running with ER Sands. Likely more than that. Let's actually calc it. Oh, sorry. 15307. We're gonna look at ER Sands. ER Sand HP Goblet around 45k. Huh. I was not expecting it to actually be 45k. I thought it was gonna be like, I don't know, plus or minus 5k, but pog.
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Alright. So at this HP value, she herself is gaining around 250 EM. And she is giving a party-wide buff around 90 EM. The thing is, this 90 EM by itself in a team where you're playing a reaction carry, like a vape carry, plus the fact that, you know, Key is a pretty good stat stick for her,
If you'd like to learn the proper
very often makes Key similar, if not better, but very similar to her signature in terms of damage for the team DPS. And in teams where you're vaping her, Key giving you 250 EM in the passive is fucking insane. And it actually does become better than her signature. But yeah, Key is definitely an underrated weapon for her. Keep in mind that it's pretty useful. But yeah. Next question. But yeah, that being said, right, even if Key is good, if you're playing her in a team where your ER requirements are too high, you're gonna need to reach your ER requirements, and that's more important than increasing her personal damage with a better weapon. And that's why personally, if I could, I would leave her on Fav all the time. How reliable is her Hydro application in solo Hydro teams? Is it restrictive or can you work around it? So the main thing about her Hydro application isn't that it's bad per se. It's that the intervals for the application are somewhat inconsistent. Which means that if you are playing a character that needs a consistent amount of application, there are going to be some windows where your application slows down and you end up not having enough. Generally, if you're playing her with a vape carry that applies a good amount of pyro, right? You're looking at Hu Tao, for example. It's just not gonna be enough. But if you're playing her with a vape carry that applies very little pyro, like Yoimiya, for example, it actually can be enough. Next question. How relatively strong is Dorian Farina? And what teams would you recommend? Is TF necessary? I think that Dorian Farina is actually... I don't want to say better than Client, but like... I kind of think it. It's pretty strong, right? Like it's definitely one of the better options that you can go for when it comes to electro carries. Dory for in a showcase. My Dory is not C6, so I can't. And you do not have flexibility in terms of your team, right? It pretty much specifically has to be with Fischl, Nahida, Farina. Anything else, and it's not great. And yeah, you really want Dory on TF. If my physical feminine comp struggles with DPS checks and Abyss, will Farina be a much needed upgrade over Singto? Given I'm able to provide a good source of healing with Mika? Yes. Yes, it will be. If you're playing Mika, you're already getting pretty good team-wide healing. So you are fulfilling the conditions for Farina. And Fremine is not a character that absolutely needs to commit to long animations. So you're not reliant on the resistance interruption from Singto. Hi, Toad. How well does on-field Kokomi perform with Farina? I don't have Navidad, and I'm considering Kokomi in the future. Okay, well... it's not better than Navidad. Alright, let's get that out of the way. But it actually does perform quite well. It's a pretty strong team.
Who knew the people would adore me so much?
What do you think of Farina in Nilo teams? Do you find it better or worse compared to her initial release? I'm still not a very big fan. Alright, like I said earlier, her application isn't like all that great. Like she works, obviously she works, right? Like it's never gonna not work, but it's just not ideal. If all of my damage percent goblets suck, should I consider Farina Constellations? What? That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand the question.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
Genshin Optimizer gives me EM Golden and I'll hide them with C2 for me. That doesn't matter. Like, yeah, it can change your optimal builds, but that doesn't mean you're gonna go for a character because you have better artifacts that would fit the different optimal builds. Like, you can go for the con if you want, but don't decide on it based on you not having good damage goblets. Like, no, that's a terrible idea. What's your opinion on Klee Reverse Vape? Klee Reverse Vape is pretty good. I personally
Can be such a hassle. Who knew
would
the
run
people would adore me so much?
Farina National before I went Klee Reverse Vape if you're going to be playing with Bennett Chengling. Or sorry, if you're going to be playing with Bennett. Anyways, and you're looking for a pyro team. But it is good. It is good. How much of a game changer is she for Xiao? Honestly, not that much. By far, the biggest contributor to Xiao's teams is Farazan C6. If you don't have Farazan C6, none of Xiao's teams are going to feel that great. And if you do have it, none of his teams are going to feel that bad. Outside of that, you can run Xianyun, Farina, and Bennett pretty much interchangeably. If you don't have Farina, you can just run Bennett instead, and there's really no problem. If you don't have Farina or Xianyun, it would probably help to get one of the two, yeah? But it's not necessary either. You can still just run a defensive option and be more chill instead.
Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
Opinion on Arlecchino Farina. I know people like to hate on it because of Arlecchino's survivability in that team, but personally I like it and find it to be very manageable. I mean, it's okay. The main issue is, in that team, right, you're not actually generating a lot of fanfare. It's not just Arlecchino's survivability, it's also the fact that a good portion of your fanfare generation in Bennett Farina teams is supposed to happen
Parties are
from
a
you
must for the well-mannered.
healing your active character with Bennett,
I'd be happy to
which for most of your rotation is going to be your carry. And you lose out on all of that fanfare generation with Arlecchino. Unless you're using Arlecchino's burst after Farina's burst, but then that you're just going to have no uptime on her burst, right? It's okay. Like, it definitely works. But it's not anything that's like... It's not really better than the alternatives, and you're making yourself squishier, so I wouldn't recommend it. Is it still that valuable to pull for her on an account that doesn't have Nvidia and Xianyun? Depends on what you actually have, right? Right, like, a good example of a team where she's very strong is something like this, right?
Sounds good to me.
And like, yeah, Sugro Singto instead of Kazuha Farina is also very strong. But what if one of your carries is Al-Hytham? And you want to play him with Singto because you don't hate yourself? National is definitely not a team that is all that reliant on the defensive parts of Singto's kit. But Al-Hytham kind of is. And so, if you have Al-Hytham on an account, then it's very possible that pulling for Farina for the other side frees up your Singto for him. So I definitely don't think that Farina is bad on accounts where you don't have Neuvillette or Xianyun. But it is definitely a fair point that it is possible neither of your teams really would benefit or improve from her if you don't have either of them. Like, that's definitely possible. You just gotta look at the teams that you have available and whether Farina's actually good in them. Who improves Neuvillette's teams more on paper, Farina or Kazuha? Probably Farina. In practice, definitely Farina. Listen, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think Sucrose is very underrated in Neuvillette teams. People don't realize that, especially in Neuvillette Farina, you already have a lot of damage percent, so Kazuha's buff is a bit diluted. And Sucrose's animations are so much faster than Kazuha's animations, and when you have a carry as strong as Neville, that that actually can be swapped back into pretty much as often as you want, those shorter animations make a pretty big difference. On top of that, Neville is a character that can be played at a range, and that doesn't need the grouping from Kazuha, which are two things that work well with Sucrose. You don't have to walk closer to the enemies with Sucrose. You can just swirl from range, and and her generally worse grouping doesn't really matter. I'm not telling you you should play Sucrose over Kazuha, but I am telling you if your Kazuha is busy somewhere else or you don't have Kazuha, you are not gonna go wrong by using Sucrose instead. Huh. Is she a good fourth slot in Goro, Ito, third Geo? No, because Goro's healing is fucking awful. So you get basically no fanfare. Next question! Oh my, what was that voice crack? Next question! How do I play Quick Bloom Farina without Baiju aside from Dori C6 with Dendro carries and Kuki? Otherwise you don't. Are the Hu Tao Farina teams better than the old VV Vape Hu Tao teams? Kinda. The double hydro teams with Farina do tend to be better, but they struggle a lot more to slot in a grouper. So if you are in content where you would need a grouper, I would still say that the VV8 teams can definitely perform better. But if you're in content that's, you know, single target, which is generally what Hu Tao is best at, then yeah, her teams that generally do perform better than the VV Vape options. Does grouping really matter for Hu Tao? It definitely can. If you're against groupable enemies, Hu Tao's AoE is kind of just enough if you're playing her with Kazuha. And you're swapping directly from Kazuha into her. Bosses have higher res nowadays, so you're kind of better in those scenarios. That's also true. There's definitely a bunch of enemies that have higher resistances where VV can make a bigger difference. Right? Like, for example, what's even a good example? I don't know, man. I know Weena has more resistance, but Weena V-Vape against Weena is not fun. Alright, next question. How much stronger does she make Wanderer teams? Honestly, not that much. The biggest issue with Farina and Wanderer teams is that Farina doesn't do as much for the team as Farazan does, so you're not replacing Farazan with her. And you're never playing Farina without a healer, so you're not replacing your healer slot either. Which means that the only slot Farina can replace is the defensive slot in Wanderer teams. Now, if you're okay playing Wanderer without a form of resistance or interruption, she can be an upgrade, right? Bennett, Farazan, Farina is going to be, from what I understand, the Wanderer team that is the strongest at dealing damage. But you're playing Wanderer without any form of shielding or resistance or interruption, which a lot of people aren't going to be comfortable with. So does she make Wanderer T stronger? Yesn't. Next question. Do you think Farina is good in freeze teams, assuming no Shenhe? She's fine, but honestly, freeze teams more and more are like... They don't like freeze at Ahoyo. They really don't. I feel like 99% of players use GT Golden True, but in a lot of teams with hyper carries like Lenny, I see TOM performing a bit better. Is it worth farming for / strongboxing? I mean, okay, one, it's not going to be better with Xiao because Farazan's already on TOM. Like, you open your rotation with Farazan, you can't have her on Noblesse. But I mean, it's a minor enough difference that I don't think it's worth it. Maybe we can talk about her artifact set. Right, like you're gonna see a noticeably lower damage output from her with TOM than with Golden Troop, because Golden Troop gives you fucking 70 damage %, whereas the only thing that you get from her damage in TOM is 20% HP. But there are some teams where her personal damage is pretty low because, you know, she has higher ER requirements, you're not getting her any buffs, right? You're not swirling Hydro, stuff like that. And in those teams, TOM can be competitive, if not slightly better. But even in those teams, Golden Troop isn't much behind. Like, it's still pretty close. And TOM is really far behind in a lot of the teams where Farina does get buffs and is a more significant portion of the team's DPS. So, I don't think it's really worth it to farm for a TOM set for her. But if you're min-maxing a specific team where TOM is slightly better, then sure, I mean, knock yourself out. Next question! You think Farina has unorthodox sets like TF Kazuha? I want to play her in an unorthodox way. No. I mean, technically, right? In France, most Christians are Catholic, not Orthodox. So, like, you're probably fine, right? She's not Orthodox to begin with.
interesting to do.
What do you think of Mono Hydra with Ayato, Farina, Genie Elan, especially with Gene C2? It works. It's alright. How much of an increase is using Bennett over full team-wide healers that battery the on-fielders like Mika or Charlotte versus Bennett for Ayla? It depends on how reliant you are on that batterying. For Ayla, it's like, I mean, you would want to use Mika because Mika also gives you big buffs, right? But like, I think a better example would be like Ayaka. Alright, if you want to play Ayaka Farina.
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the
Honestly,
people
you're
enjoyed
probably
it so much?
getting similar results with Bennett. Bennett's just the GOAT. It is what it is. Is Harbinger of Dawn better than Pipe and Mono Hydro with very low ER requirements? Harbinger of Dawn is not real. Even with on-field Kogami, it's not real. Use Pipe. Is her C1 better than the C1 of main carries like Risley and Navia? I mean, her C1 is what? 150 stocks, right? Which gives you 37.5 damage percent. $100 extra stocks? It's not. It's 150. Let's be honest. I mean, it depends on the specific carry you're using. Some carries have pretty bad C1s, so like it would be better. But I think generally you're still better off with most carries that have an at least reasonable C1 just for them. However, C1 Farina can be used in any Farina team. So it's generally more versatile. Yeah. Next question.
Too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people
Which is stronger, C2 Farina or C2 Nahida? That's a good question. I think C2 Nahida is probably stronger by itself. But most teams that you can use C2 Nahida don't really gain much from constellations or 5-star weapons other than C2 Nahida.
If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to.
Whereas with Farina, if you get C2 Farina, you can also get C1 Neuvillette and Neuvillette's weapon. And I think it ends up It ends up depending on how wailed out the rest of your team is. What do you think are the best Farina teams currently? See, that's an easy question to answer, okay?
The pleasure is all mine.
So, Nevilet Farina, Kazuha Zhongli. Nevilet Farina, Kazuha Baiju. Nevilet Farina, Jin Zhongli. Nevilet Farina, Raiden Nahida. Nevilet Farina, Raiden Baiju. Nevilet Farina. Yeah, I think I've made my point. No, I mean, honestly though, Chao, Farina, Farazan Shanyan is up there as well, I think. Is Sucrose good enough as Shao replacement? Lukey. Is this Shao bias? Meh. Maybe. No, but mainly it's just the Navidad Farina teams that are Farina's best teams because Navidad is generally just the best teams. Right now, but outside of Navidad, she's still quite good in like the forward vape teams with like Shangling Bennett or Klee Bennett. You can also do reverse vape national with something like this.
That'll be epic.
You can do Pixel with Bennett in general. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to look at it, right? This core with anything that can benefit from both of their buffs also does pretty well generally. Mono Hydra teams are also good. Taser teams are also good. Linny teams if you really hate yourself. But yeah. Alright, next question. Is Farina dealing significant damage in Mono Hydro and Chao Triple Animo teams? Well, she's doing a lot more damage in Mono Hydro than in Chao Triple Animo. In Chao Triple Animo, she does reasonable damage. Enough that it can be a consideration to go VV on Shanyan instead of the other one. Fucking, I forgot what it's called. The main issue is that you're not gonna have good uptime on your VV. So she's not gonna do as much damage as she does in Mono Hydro. Next question. Are there any teams that Farina specifically enables, or is she more just an amazing buffer?
Being too popular can be such a hassle.
I think a lot of the plunge teams would be, like the plunge vape teams would be a lot harder to play without her. Because the other Hydro units are generally dependent on doing normal attacks. And if you got a Pyro Infusion on your plunge, you also got a Pyro Infusion on your normal attacks, which can make your application kind of scuffed. Dory teams, definitely entirely enabled by Farina existing. That's kind of it, I think. Can you explain the Farina Dory team? So,
Boring. Isn't there anything else more?
Dory, if you build her as a Quick Bloom carry, doesn't do the best damage. However, she heals a lot. Like, a lot. Her healing from her C6 is insane. It heals an insanely high amount. So you're maxing out Farina's Fanfare really, really quickly. Which means you're giving a pretty big buff to your Fischl and your Nahida, that are both doing off-field damage,
Can be such a
while also dealing okay damage yourself and getting your Hyper Bloom procs. It's not like an insane team, but it is actually a pretty good one. What are your thoughts on Bain-Marie now given Emilie? I don't think I want to cover the stuff with Emilie in this video too much. I like when the Ask Zajefs are like standalone and not like all that, and don't really include leaks. But I can still answer it, just probably not gonna make the video. I don't think it's that good. I think your application is going to be way too bad. Emilie's application is just not good enough. So I'm not too optimistic. What's the difference between Nivedit Farina teams with a healer versus with Zhongli? With a healer you get more fanfare. With Zhongli you get resistance shred and resistance to interruption. Zhongli is generally better.
boring. Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
Thoughts on Sino Quick Bloom with Farina and how it compares to other Quick Bloom teams? It's alright. I definitely think it's one of Sino's better teams. If not his best team. I think the main issue that Sino has is that his damage by himself isn't like that insane. But he also doesn't have good synergy with Fischl. Which is rough for an Electro carry, right? And so playing him as a solo Electro plays to his strengths, right? Because you're, you know, getting Farina and Naida to do more damage in the team. And you're still also increasing his personal damage through Farina's buff. But yeah, I do think it's his best team. Do you think Farina's C2 makes Cookie's healing enough? I mean, yeah. You can already play Cookie with Farina at C0. You're just not gonna get as much fanfare. Have you given your opinion on the business of Hoyo investing $65 million in nuclear power? No, I don't. What kind of opinion do you want me to give? What is there to say?
Can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Nukes are bad? That's not... That's... Nuclear power and nukes aren't the same thing. You know that, right?
Boring. Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
You want to know my take on nuclear power in general, though? I'm down. We can take a little break from the Zajef to talk about nuclear power. So, nuclear power is good, asterisk. And big asterisk. Okay? And the asterisk is that it's not the only good power, and it's also not the easiest to do. It's just out of the alternative power sources, the one that is the most profitable for coal companies, so it's the one that's the most likely to actually happen. Because the infrastructure and the sort of systems that exist within the coal industry can somewhat be converted to nuclear industry.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
The biggest, problem with it is that if we transfer to it and are satisfied with that, that's bad, right? And I think that's a very real possibility because I think the coal companies aren't going to want to give up their power, right? I think they can very much transfer into nuclear power, but they can't as easily transfer into renewable power.
Boring. Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
But... And, why is it not viable long-term? It's not that it's not viable long-term. At the end of the day, it's a lot more viable long-term than coal is. But the main issue with nuclear power is, from what I understand, the handling of waste.
Parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn,
And that's still kinda
I'd be happy to teach you.
not really true anymore, really? Handling of waste is done properly. It's a lot easier to do when there's less nuclear power. There's a lot more waste if all of your power is coming from nuclear power than if fucking 1% of your power is coming from nuclear power. Not every country will be stringent with safety measures which causes international damage. I think that's not necessarily true. The reality is that shit is a lot more automated now than it was in Chernobyl times. And there's a lot less room for the sort of human error that can lead to the disasters that have happened in the past.
Boring. Isn't there interesting to do?
This is not. That's not. Burying the waste underground, again, right? That's the sort of stuff that's possible when it's small scale. It's not possible if the whole world is relying on nuclear power. Long term, it's gonna have disastrous consequences. Even considering the past disasters, the rate of deaths for power produced with nuclear is very low compared to alternatives. Yeah, that's also true, right? Like, the disasters that have come from nuclear power are flashy, but like, death per energy produced, it's a lot safer than other sources of fuel, like coal. Right? So like, issues with safety is something that people are scared about, but they shouldn't be. That's really not the biggest issue with it. The biggest issue with it is how it's not really that sustainable long term. A lot like coal. It's a lot better, but it's still not perfectly sustainable. And again, there are better methods that also exist and that are more sustainable long term. Nuclear power is a lot better than coal, and if it's used as a transition, that's great. The issue is what's going to happen if we do transition to nuclear power. There's going to be a nuclear lobby now instead of a fucking coal lobby, right? It's not really going to change the structures of government that are against renewable sources. Oh, we're not talking about the Hoyo thing anymore. Your argument is it's good as long as it's not your major energy source. Yeah, but like, okay, listen. I live in Quebec, okay? In Quebec, our major source of energy is hydroelectricity. Alright? We make so much fucking hydroelectricity that we export it omega cheap pretty much everywhere in America. I'm actually curious how much of our economy is electricity.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
Yeah, whatever. You use hydroelectricity? No wonder you value Singto so much. True! Okay, chat, and you take nuclear power bad because I don't want to get cancer from my light bulbs? That's not how it works.
Such a hassle.
Okay, like here's the thing, okay? Whenever you hear X power, here's what you need to remember, alright? It's always just steam, okay? Always. The only difference is how you heat up the water to make the steam, okay? But it's always steam power. That's it, okay? New energy source, look inside, it's steam. Except for hydroelectric. Yeah, I mean, it's already water, exactly. Like, what are the sources of electricity that aren't water? I don't think wind and solar aren't water. But like that's it, right? Solar is water? Solar can be water? I see. Thermal? Yeah, but that's not... All energy is just spin something? Joel. Alright. Let me put a second marker down to help with the editors. We're gonna get back to the Farina questions. Next question! What is Farina's advantage over Yelan in terms of pull value, given that both give team-wide damage percent, Hydro Up, and good personal damage and single target? Yelan doesn't give team-wide damage percent. She gives damage percent that is transferable, but only to the active character. The main value that Farina has is that it actually is team-wide. But also, if you're running a healer, she will be also doing more damage and giving a bigger buff. Whereas Yelan doesn't need you to run a healer. So that's the, yeah. Taser isn't as popular anymore, but how strong of an option is she in those teams? Here's the thing about Taser, okay? Taser is not a team that does amazing damage. However, it is a team that has incredible utility, both in terms of elemental application that's really high, which can shred through elemental shields really easily, but also in terms of stagger and poise break, which effectively makes it so that the enemies just aren't attacking you most of the time if they're vulnerable to stagger at all, right? That's something that was very noticeable back when we have the when we had the Rift Hound Abysses, which was that in a Taser team you almost never get attacked. So you don't need to run a healer because you just don't get hit. Even if you don't really dodge, you're breaking their poise and staggering them so much that they just don't really hit you. But you can play Taser teams that are not that bad in terms of damage with Farina, but you're gonna lose a lot of that stagger, right? What makes Taser teams so good at staggering is, one, you get consistent poise break with Electrocharge, which prevents enemy from regenerating poise and keeps them in stagger range more easily. But two, you also have abilities that do a lot of poise damage that will be the ones to trigger the stagger, right? You have ChesseBurgers Burst, which is one of the highest poise breaks in the game. You'll have Beto's Skill, Beto's Burst, right? Abilities that are very, very strong at stagger. But the teams that fit Farina, Kogumi, don't have a lot of stagger. And so you're generally losing out on that in order to get more damage. which is fine in a lot of situations, right? That I'm not saying it's bad, but it does somewhat change how the team ends up being played. But yeah, they're pretty good teams.
Being too popular can be such a hassle.
All right, next question.
Who knew the people would
I think we're gonna take one last one, and then that's gonna be it for the Ask the Jeff.
Boring. Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
How does C1 change her teams? It kind of doesn't. You can get away a little bit more easily with less fanfare generation, but it doesn't really change the teams. With C2, you can change the teams. But with C1, eh. Can she work without Jean, Baiju, or Shanyan with Nevilette? Yeah, you can play her with Nevilette with no healers. No problem.
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew that
Alright,
people would
so that's gonna be
abuse
it
so
for the
much?
Ask the Jeff. I hope you guys learned a thing or two. Let me know if you want more of these Ask the Jeff character-specific ones. Like I said at the start of the video, I haven't made as many of them recently. And they're a good source of... They're a good subject to channel my yapping urges. So, let me know if you want to see more of it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, YouTube. You know what time it is?
Shower me with praise. Shower me with praise.
Shower me with praise.
Shower me with praise.
Shower me with praise. Shower me with praise. Shower me with praise. Shower me with praise. Shower me with praise. Shower me with praise.
Strike a pose.
Strike a pose. Strike a pose. Strike a pose.
Strike a pose.
Strike a pose.
Shower me with praise.
Okay.
Yoo-hoo!
Yahoo!
Yoo-hoo!
Yahoo! Yahoo! Yahoo!
The show begins.
The show begins.
The
The show begins. The show begins. The show begins.
How brilliant!
How brilliant! How brilliant! How brilliant!
May I present?
May I present? May I present? May I present?
Let the world come alive!
Jesus Christ.
Let
Let the world come alive!
Let
the world come alive! Let the world come alive! Oh, God.
Time to shine!
Time to shine! Time to shine! Time to shine!
Let my name echo in song!
Let my name echo in song. Let my name echo in song. Let my name echo in song. Okay.
Being too popular can be such a... Kaimaku da. 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 光よ。
光よ。光よ。光よ。光よ。Chat, stop subbing! I'm trying to concentrate! Wait, I just realized I need to... I'm gonna have to redo a lot of them, actually. Fuck. Okay, I need to go to my sound settings and make the... Chat, please stop. I will start banning people if I have to. Oh, that's probably too loud for you guys. My bad. Hikario! 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 Dun-dun! 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 Kaimaku da. Kimi ni sasageyo! Kimi ni sasageyo! 僕をたたえよ僕をたたえよ光りかかがい光りかかい輝く OK 光り輝くがい光り輝くがい光り輝くがい光り輝くがい Alright, let's do the English ones again, because my audio split was shitty, so Yahoo! 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 Strike a pose! Strike a pose! Strike a pose! Shower me with praise! 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 The show begins! The show begins! How brilliant! How brilliant! Let the world come alive! Let the world come alive! Let the world come alive! Okay. Oh no. It doesn't. Usually it has like the English like romanization or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be called. I can't do this if I don't like. No. Just read it, okay. Ta-dong! 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 Kaima! Is she saying Kumbawa? Whatever. Ribbozo. Ah, there we go. We have them here. Never mind. Ding dong! Ding dong! Ding dong! Ding dong! Ding dong! Ding dong! That word is too big. Pichu! Pichu! Gudeige Senseige. Sensei. No, I can't do this. It's too. These words are too long, man. Like, this looks like Polish. Like, what do you mean? Alright, that's good enough. At least 10 more vowels in Polish, true. Remember to tell editos. Okay, I will tell the editos. Recorded AZ Farina. All right. All right, chat. Let me put my settings back to normal, and we can go watch Daily Dose of Ziox number 58.
Or maybe I'll bust. Oh, Fob! Thanks for the raid. Sorry. I hope you didn't hear that. No, don't type. Okay, I see first-time chatters from Fob stream typing, huh? Like he's not any worse. I know who you are. Matter of fact, I know what you are. Bro, I literally pulled your Twitter up earlier. I was talking about how Firefly is a fucking a propaganda from the government to make you love her, so you pull. And then guess what? I launched Twitter. You know, there's a chance I might E6 her. I know you're gonna. I know you. I don't have to. You're gonna make it seem. Oh, my chat forced me. Oh, maybe I will. No, you will. You will. Silence to play Elden Ring. I will when I'm back. I will when I'm back. I come back. I'm going for a week. Come back. Jin C video, Wuthering Waves. Siege Win video, Genshin Impact. Jade video, Honkai Star Rail. I'll actually be early for Jade. I'm skipping Firefly, but it is what it is. And then Elden Ring. True. For viewer, it is what it is. And then Elden Ring. True.
Elden Ring DLC was annoying to play, I can't lie. Skill issue, Daily Dose of Ziox.
For viewer attention, I have to. Okay. Capitano's so sick. Night mode Eula. Okay, cool. Genshin Pro, Wuthering Waves Pro tries Honkai Star Rail 12. Memory of Chaos for the first time and gets humbled. Whoa, this game is so hard. Whoa, dude, you have to like plan things. Whoa. Okay, sorry. What was your GPA?
I am pretty sure he could max star an auto battle. Let's be real.
Hey, what's that? Is that like a jetpack? Gupa. Is that like the CIA?
Or he could max star an auto battle. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like auto battle is probably better than he is.
Grand Penis Association.
Dude, how is that a real song, by the way?
Alright, that's it. I'm sorry. Bro, why would anyone ever
How
look at my
is that
likes?
a real
But also,
song,
it is
man?
weird that they removed public likes. I feel like that's the weirdest shit. Like, I don't care because I don't look through them, but like, I feel like the motives behind it have to be like devious. Like, what the fuck are you like? How like what are you liking to hide it? I'll show you my likes right now. Venti, Pokemon.
We proved that on stream a few weeks ago where Otto did better than him with Boo Hill.
Fob.
That's funny.
Pokemon. Okay, I mean, caught, but like, for the most part. Wait, this Pokemon. Okay, I mean,
What is that? I'm
caught, but like, for the most part. Wait, this guy's kind of hot.
Predictable twist of fate.
No, he's not. I lied. He just looks more muscular than we're used to. He looks like you. Thank you, Chatter.
These are my companions.
Okay. Dude,
one of the worst thing, he didn't even see that message, okay? You know how he saw it is because I replied to it saying paid chatter. And that's how he saw it. And I regret it. I shouldn't have said anything. I should have kept my mouth shut, man.
look at his torso. There's like width between shoulder to shoulder.
I will dispatch of you in 8 rotations. 50 kdps might be unreachable for me. Domain expansion. Kamisato art. Suyu.
Bro, he's an enabler. Okay, that's actually fucked.
That hurts, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. There's those 6 months Ayato's toes. Wait, is there a Sino one? If yes,
Nice.
link. Like, click on this random YouTube link. It's called Rick Astley Never Gonna Give You Up. Okay, I'm just not gonna open the tab then. Anchor, there's a 5 months. I just opened the Rick Astley tab that I had closed. Dude, I can't close it without opening it. Like, I need to open it to close it.
No, you don't.
Okay, Rip Bozo.
Does he not know you can just middle mouse button click on tabs? Is he an idiot?
I don't know why you're doing a Senora fan cam when she literally got
You
Rip
can
Bozo.
do that? Yeah, you
Anyways.
can.
Be sure to check out the Senora mains. The Senora main subreddit for the optimal theory crafting for Senora in the upcoming trading card game. Child, hot as always. Senora, alive as never. Shout out to the guy that went in the Wawa shop and then did what I just did and spent their entire currency because there's no limit. No, I need to do that though. It's efficient for, unless you literally play the game 24/7 and collect everything. It's not bad for the parametric. You can chuck onions because they're cheap. So I like having random shit to use because I don't have like mint. I'm not collecting shit. Obviously, he farmed Vermilion Domain every day since 2.6, and that has clearly impacted his Genshin. That is a sin that he will have to carry throughout his earthly life. Okay, you missed, and even millennials after Genshin, there will be tales about tall and humble Xiaomain. What the fuck is this?
Millennials.
And then one day he woke up, he said, "What's going on, guys? Fuck Ziox." And then he left. Yo, when was this? eSIMs are a thing? A thing? eSIMs. Like, is that like in a Discord? You have like an army of like Sims. Reset pity with Yinlin, then pull. Okay, you guys, this is why you guys have so many accidental 5 stars. This is why people in my chat are like, oh, I accidentally got a C3 fucking Shan Yu. And I'm like, dude, how does that happen? They're like, oh, I don't know. I just got lucky. No, motherfucker, you built pity. I know what you did. Where's Yinlin's trailer? You guys said you would link it to me. Yinlin trailer. Refresh your chat. Oh my God, I did, but the emote's still not showing up. I forgot about it. Fuck.
Oh no. He's gonna fall, isn't he?
Bro, what the fuck? Okay, this game's dog shit. That's not my fault. Dude, why did he fall? Sorry. Whoa, there's the 20 gifted.
Why are you
Oh my
riding
God,
to
thank you.
short?
Can I get a W in the chat room? Thank you. If this isn't good, 600 gifted subs. Watch. It's still good. Watch. No, it's not over. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over.
Bad defense.
Okay, it's over. But I'm not gifting you guys 600
Wait,
subs.
why is he saying it's over when he got a good stat? That's good for Colcharo. He's building this for Colcharo. I know that. What is he yapping
Okay, it's
about?
over. But I'm not gifting you guys 600 subs.
What?
If I get a good piece, dude, I'm not gonna do. Okay, if this is a max roll crit, I'll do a quest tonight. It got defense.
This isn't good. I'm gifting 600 subs. Not I'm gonna get a good piece or I'm gifting 600.
No, I said this as in this experience. Like, are we having a good time, chat? Yes, we are. You're all like, oh wow, I'm having a good time. Energy regen, that's good. Energy regen, that's good. What's the name of Darshan? Oh, easy. It's Haravatat. Yeah, I knew it. Nice, I got it. What's the DM leaker drama? There's none. It's just this happens every few months, every few weeks, in every community. This isn't Genshin. This isn't about a specific person you're thinking it is. I just think DM leaking in general is cringe unless it's like this guy confessed to a crime, or it's like you need it to like prove something that's like very important. But when it's just like, wow, you're a bad friend.
I'm gonna leak my DMs with Nick.
It's like, oh, suck my balls, man. This is Zajef is my friend. I haven't hung out with him in like a year. I'm a bad friend. I know. Okay, I know. That's actually funny though. Bye, chat. Why are you leaving? I'm about to get crazy. I don't have a claymore, dude. Fuck it. Desperate times. True. Huge alt value, dude. Literally, I'm literally on 264 ER. I'm looking like a day one Shao player. Is that Zajef's playlist? No, it's mine. You know, I got Zajef into metal. I did. Went to a few concerts together. Wait, am I supposed to be up?
Mr. Streamer, I
like, should I teleport?
Check, so you better stretch your back or I'm going.
Dude, my back, I'm so straight. My back is so straight. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. Such good posture. Hashtag ad. Wow. Such a straight posture. Dude, it wasn't just me and Zajef at concerts. There were other friends too. My brother went to one. Also, the new Hoyo launcher. Wait, how do I get that? Oh my god, how do I get that? I want to store all of my red flags in one place. How do I get that? How do I get that? Hello everyone. This is my first time on live stream.
HiZ0X donated $1.
What's up?
What's her bank account details?
Okay. I'll tell you if you look like Jian or Yinlin. Yo guys, does anyone know how to stop the lightning in the new region that just came out? Every time I try to do the emblems up, dude, I actually ended up on anime Twitter once, and like there's like some like anime YouTuber that like ranked like Genshin characters' attractiveness, and literally like all the children were in S tier. So I now make sure to never enter anime Twitter again, because those motherfuckers, I don't know what the fuck those guys are doing over there. The comments were like, "Oh, don't let the Genshin people see this," and it's like, oh, I wonder why. That's not a child. It was Chi-Chi and Nahida. Do you want to argue this? Do you want to be the guy arguing that? Do you want to be the person that knows Nahida? Do you want to argue this? Do you want to be the guy arguing that? Do you want to be the
Yeah, that is actually a good point.
The person that knows age of consent in every state? Does that who you want to be? Drake? Is that what you want to do? Be my guest. Am I dumb? Chat, be honest.
He said, Drake, be my guest. You know why? It's because he's such good friends with Drake that he invites him to his house. He is a guest in his house. See, fucking Zyox exposed. Zyox exposed.
Be honest, chat. No, I missed. Okay, it's fine.
What is he
Why are you guys
doing?
all typing yep? No way, I died to a plant! Dude, this scene doesn't have a healer. How am I supposed to live? How can you live unless you learn to... How can you truly live unless you accept... How can you live if you're afraid of dying? Are you really living if you are just delaying the inevitable and afraid of it? I would argue no. I would argue to live, you have to die a little. Really quiet, PogChamp. Where the fuck is the Dendroculus? What's your opinion on NoFap? Bro, what? Why would you ask me that? That's a waste of your life. Also, fucking, I have beef with Tuano. This motherfucker kept saying, the whole time I was with him, he kept saying, bust, or maybe I'll bust. So I've been saying it all the time. E2 revive? Oh, res like not res shred, res like revive.
Resurrection.
Like, okay.
Erection, sorry.
What?
What?
Did you say ta erection?
No, I said by erection.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna pretend I don't know the reference, so chat thinks you're weird. First time watching and I hear coming. You must be new here. In that case, come tastes the same as I remember, but where are those who share the memories? You're welcome.
Chat, how scuffed does my mic sound if I do that?
Come. Like this. I'm pretty tired today because I've been overworked and busy. Work Omega
Pretty
Ball.
scuffed? Okay.
What's good?
Any tips for an incoming college student? Lover streams less.
Incoming
than
college
3.
student, you want tips? Okay. Give up. The videos on YouTube about the drama are clickbait. The actual thing that happened was just a Twitter post, and then I talked about it for like 20 seconds, and then we moved on because we're mature individuals. True, true. Well, I'm not mature. I fucking moan on camera all day, but you know. Wait, maybe not.
Oh, what is that hilly troll?
What was the hilly chill dude? Dude, he's trying to join the quest. Maybe he's a Zox viewer. He wanted to be on the live stream. Chat, is this Riz? Wait, where the fuck is it? Okay, this is not. Okay, this. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta get out of here. What are you looking at? Dude, do you ever click on something that's trending and then you scroll too long and like there's just a cock? Wuthering Waves player tries Star Rail for the first time. Whoa, there's bugs here too? I feel at home. Oh no, 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 no.
You made it worse.
No. I'm holding alt. Now I'm letting go of alt. Oh my. What if I do it? What if I enter combat? Maybe you just have to enter combat. This is fucking sick. What the hell? That's bog. Okay, yo. Okay, let's say you're a boot hill, right? And you're like, damn, I'm cold. Let me get some clothes. Why did he get a jacket that goes up until his breast, but like also rolled up the sleeve? I feel like this is useless. Like style, okay, but like it goes up the ear.
I'm sorry, but there are strict rules regarding.
Okay, this person's useless. I would shoot them. If I'm boot hill, just fucking shoot her. America.
In order to confirm your identity.
No, you don't have to actually shoot, but like be like, yo, this is my fucking Dan Hung whips out his fucking spear. Yo, let us through. Okay, check out this clip. Slice streaming Wuthering Waves. Brother, you were literally clipping yourself. This is a clip you made, motherfucker. What the fuck is this? Green, 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 green.
He's so stupid. Bro, that's a corner. Surely, bro. No. Like, first off, what is this? Like, what? And then what? Dude, that's so bad. That's so bad. Dude, what the fuck?
Yo, chill.
Oh my god. Oh god!
Sorry. I don't know why I just moaned. I'm actually
so
sorry. I saw a
stupid.
Discord DM. Hey Zox, I'm a PhD student pursuing psychology at university. I contacted you. No. I'm specializing in researching dissociate identity disorder and specifying what presentations and people are and are not actually this disorder in order to work towards destigmatizing the disorder and making diagnosis more valid and reliable. Okay, cool. I'm reaching out because I recognize many signs of this disorder in you and have grown concerned by this. And then there's like 8 more paragraphs. Like, it's not like I don't believe you, but like, you know, it's probably true. But I'm not, bro, I'm fine. I'm not like, okay, it's not like I have like, I can't remember anything. That's what you're saying when you're writing down. It's not like I have like, my memory is not bad. It's, I think I'm just, my mind, a lot of times when I'm doing something important, like dude, like last week, I was, you know, I was with this stop me caught. I was doing it like cool stuff. I remember what happened, but a lot of the times I'm like, my mind is like too full of thinking about like other stuff. There's like 10 things I need to do at once, so I don't really remember what I'm doing because it's banal. Every like hour, what I have to do is I'm gonna have to just so you guys know, just so you're aware, every hour I'm gonna have to click on the doc just so that it's the Twitch thumbnail, so that viewers get baited, and then they're like, oh, he's just farming Vermilion, and then they stay for a good time. They come for this, but they stay for me. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? No. Look, if I'm gonna get fucking accused of something, I might as well fucking make a profit out of it. I'm sorry. Okay, let me pull up the friends.
And the 107,336
The fuck, Genghis Khan?
of the Oak family.
It's a big ass family.
Yo, what up?
1,336
The fuck, Genghis Khan?
Oak family.
It's a big ass family.
Yo, what up? I just woke up. Let's see.
Turn this up a little.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Shit.
Check HSR Twitter. 1 sec.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Is this Riz, chat? Chat, is this Riz? Does this exist? Black Swan bedtime ASMR. Oh shit, it exists. No, it doesn't. Mr. Socks, my favorite. Never mind. I'm not reading your message. Fuck you. I can't read. It's not your fault. It's my fault. But I'm mad. I'm mad at you because I can't read. Also, if we win the 50-50, never mind. I was gonna say maybe I'll give another, but like you don't deserve another, so fuck you, chat. Someone in chat said, Tecto said he DM'd you, you ignored him. He DM'd me. Yo, also said shit about you. Watch out. Okay, thanks. That's not about you. Okay, I can. Sure, thanks. Don't use Temu. I don't know what Temu is. You gonna get your card info stolen? Okay, sorry. What the fuck is it? Is this true? Okay, sorry.
What?
Wait, what about this website? This is Tmall. Is Tmall okay? Oh, that one is cute? Yeah, it is. Wait, why is it zoomed into her? Hello? Bro, what the fuck? Yo, let me see her face. Okay, I mean...
They know their audience, I guess.
Alright. Bro, I didn't zoom in. Why are you typing caught? That's not me. Oh, it's Robin. Welcome. Next stream's probably gonna be Sino. Today we prep Sino. What does that mean? What's going on, guys? Dash again. No. What does that mean? What's going on, guys?
Damn, that's crazy.
Dash again, motherfucker. No, you can't, because... What the fuck just happened? Wait, what the fuck was that? I'm so bad! I was talking about like Star Rail characters I liked with like the people at this thing. I'm not gonna say who was there. Well, I mean, you guys kind of saw like, it was like, yeah, there's a bunch of people. And like, I was like, oh, I like these characters. I was like, and then I said, I like Sparkle, but not like the racist part. Like not because she's, and then they were like, oh, so you like the racism. I was like, no. And then it became a thing. I was like, can we please kill this narrative right now? And they kept saying it. It's not because of that, okay? But I think she's cool. Zaj, tell me Hazel's not.
What is there to like about her though? Like, isn't the racism her whole personality? I think he's coping.
Not that cope, please. Please. Whisper sweet nothingnesses into my ear. Please tell me he's not that cope. We'll be fine, right? Sweet nothing, sorry. 777. But I have no crit damage, man. I bought Elden Ring. So we're gonna play it at some point. When, I haven't decided, but I bought it. So we're gonna play it. If not, I wasted however much it is. Okay, my dad would not let me wear a choker, but I do kind of like it. We're gonna level that later. Let's go do a Tacit Field. Do I want to do this one? Not really, but I'll do it. Actually, no, I don't. The fire set kind of sucks. No, it doesn't. Do you play Encore? Shut up. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get a fire.
The racism is just the tip of the iceberg? No, it's not. It's an iceberg of racism. The tip is made of the same shit as the rest, okay?
Character soon, I guess. What do you mean soon? Susk. What do you mean susk?
It's just
There's
hiding
literally
more
drip
racism
marketing some stuff.
underneath.
No? There was literally drip marketing on Wawa Twitter. Her element wasn't revealed. I don't know. Dude, I don't know. I don't even know who I'm referencing. You guys are the ones putting words in my mouth. Why is there a piss fountain? Ain't that Soul Glad? That's what the government wants you to believe. It's piss. Thanks for ruining Pennicany for me. I mean, Soul Glad is basically beer, and cheap beer tastes like piss anyways. So it's basically, it makes sense. Yo, I'm not opening this link.
Is it actually beer?
Okay, I opened it. What is on your desk? Okay, there's too much booba here. I'm sorry, I can't. Yo, who's the cameraman? Okay, this is really hype, but you probably shouldn't normal attack for too long, and then you can swap to another character and you still have off-field damage, just so you know.
Greed has its price.
Yo, yo, what the fuck? I just got like 26 notifications. No, it's PayPal. Why? How the fuck do I get to this page? Oh, the app is not, it's not on the fucking app. Wait, I have to log in on my desktop. Oh, one sec. I have to make sure this is Okage. Oh, I see what happened. So, someone donated $1 5 times and tried to refund all 5. So I was spamming my phone. Okay, I'm just gonna decline them. So minus $5. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. I looked up Tower of Fantasy Genshin Killer. I tried the Genshin Killer. Sorry. I wasn't sure if it was. Sorry. Paw fanboys are gonna get triggered. What? All 4 of them?
Can. Wait, what the fuck is can? Wait, that's lit. I want to use a can got a certain sense.
The forbidden technique.
It's HP. What the fuck?
You're up.
Alright, we'll see. Maybe we get the luck. This is where the good luck is. This is actually where the good luck is.
I hope he gets garbage.
Boom. Fuck, it's can.
Deserved. Alright. Omega deserved.
Who knew the people would adore me so much?
I'm not adding cat or... Alright, chat. I think that's gonna be it for the day. Chill, short, Genshin stream. We'll see what we do tomorrow. No. But this is not the end of your Zajef content for the day. That's right. I have a video to post. So I am posting the banner review. It has been posted as usual. If you can find it through YouTube, it helps more. But if you are too lazy, I understand. Here's